Greetings, Guardians, and welcome to the Voices of the Vanguard. Today I have with me Sully from Sully Games. Say hello, Sully.
Hello, Guardians.
And today we're going to have a very TWAB-heavy episode. I don't think we have any other topics other than what we've been playing, do we?
Thoughts on, the doc that they released Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Man, that feels so long ago.
It does. And then a little update for Transmog.
Okay.
A very important update for Transmog.
Okay, so let's get into it. I'm assuming this part is going to be very short. What have you been doing in the world of Destiny? I assume nothing?
Crucible.
Again, yeah.
I mean, that's been kind of... I plan on kind of getting back into, more of the PvE stuff this week, since I now have the next 4 weeks off from work, so I will be trying to help out the community, the clan, as much as possible for these next 4 weeks. I might throw in some, other random games. Keep debating on if I want to play Assassin's Creed Origins or not, but we'll see.
Yeah. We got you your ship.
Yep. Whisper ship is complete. Got that done Tuesday.
Nice. Oh yeah, I still need to get Reckoner done. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done. I'm really close though.
What do you have left? Do you just have the medals for
Massacre medals, and I need 3 more collection medals, which shouldn't be too bad. And
yeah, that won't be bad.
And then the 50, well, not 50, but high value targets I need to kill. Yeah. And I only have a week left. That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, we'll get into some Gambit Prime this week. So I'll have a pretty open schedule.
You've been saying that for weeks now. I don't think it's happening. So,
I mean, I literally don't have to work. So, I have,
Mr. Vacation over here.
A ton of free time to where it's just I have maybe 2.5 hours to play something. So, and then I don't also have to worry about overtime on weekends anymore. So,
nice.
Yeah.
So let's get into the Vidoc, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, it's been a very long time. You'll need to remind me of what happened.
I mean, basically, they talked about obviously Beyond Light. They kind of talked about season of the Hunt is the next season.
Right. Confirmed.
Yeah. That's going to be involving Osiris, and we will be going after not Savathun, but probably one of Savathun's
Shiva Arath.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. We're gonna be investigating her as she is basically she's not taking, but she's corrupting Cabal.
Completely different.
Yeah. Completely different. So I mean, I'd rather take corrupted Cabal. I don't know. I'm gonna save my words on that.
Wait until they have their own version of a Phalanx.
Yeah. Just kind of see what happens. Then obviously we finally got our first look of Aldrin, who is now going to be renamed Crow. He is now a Guardian. He knows absolutely nothing what happens. When he got resurrected, his memory was completely wiped, so he has no idea what he's done in the past.
Yeah, they had a cutscene there with Osiris getting his ass beat, and then Crow came and saved him. Yeah.
So I'm interested to see on what they're gonna do with Crow.
I'm a little disappointed that none of the people that I did the joke with, I want to see Sting. I was making a joke with Sting Crow, from WCW.
No.
I was making a reference. I was I'm sad that he's not painting his face white and wearing a trench coat, and no one's like. I want Wolfpack Crow. Let's go.
Wolfpack Crow. So we'll have that. I'm interested to see if we'll get a cutscene with him and Marosov, in sometime in the near future, because I feel like that has to happen. It also definitely kind of seems to be like they are. We're getting basically 2 separate Vanguards now. We're gonna have the Light Vanguard, and then we're gonna have the Darkness Vanguard, which the Darkness Vanguard is gonna be Eris, Exo, and then Drifter. So this is kind of interesting. Like I remember we talked about this a while ago on the podcast with Destiny potentially like maybe like going Alliance and Horde mode, like WoW does. Like if that
Yeah.
like was a possibility, and like I don't know if they'll ever do that to a scale, but it definitely like seems like they might be trying to set up something like that.
Well, even
With the two Vanguards.
like a year and a half ago, they did the Allegiance quest, right?
Yeah.
So they've been playing with those ideas for a while now, and it would be really interesting to see if they actually go full blown. But I don't know. I don't think they would. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they're at this scale, but I don't know. We'll see on how Beyond Light goes. Another thing that wasn't actually in the VDoc, but I want to make kind of a comment on this. I'm actually gonna pull this up on Twitter. So if there's anything from the doc that like you're impressed with, Kane, just like talk about it right now.
They showed off more of the character of the new character for the newbies. I don't know, he looks pretty cool. Like I like his armor set.
A reference to Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, Shabs and Han and Shot. No,
I think it's Sean's or it's the first one that you were saying.
I want to say Hobbs and Shaw, but that's not it because Hobbs and Shaw is a movie. But it's Han, and Han's back by the wait. When did that did that Fast and Furious movie come out? That new one? I don't think it did.
I'm not sure.
I don't think it did. Yeah, it got moved back to 2021. Oh well. Yeah, it's it was supposed to come out this year, but it didn't. Because Han was back in that trailer. I'm a big Fast and Furious fan, so that's why I was so excited about it. What else was there in the trailer?
I mean, they showed off a few of like some of the weapons.
Showed off some bounties.
Yes. The content.
Yeah.
All right. So I actually found this tweet that Luke Smith actually said, I want to say it was Thursday when they did like a live stream, or he was doing like an interview thing. And so he mentioned Beyond Light is not as big as Forsaken, because with Forsaken we had partners who helped us with Vicarious Vision and was it High Moon?
Yes.
Was the other one?
Yeah.
Okay. And we are only one studio. I will say that Beyond Light is significantly larger than Shadowkeep that we shipped last year, but not as large as Forsaken.
I like hearing that at least. It's bigger than Shadowkeep.
And which I still say, and I will go to the grave with this, that year 2 of Destiny 2 will probably be the most content we will probably ever see in the world of Destiny, because we received a lot of content in year 2.
Yeah.
Like a lot. Like we received 3 raids, which I mean, one of them was like kind of like a strike with the 6-man, but it was still a fun raid.
Yeah, it's still a really good raid. Like it's one of our favorites.
Yeah, Crown was really good, and then obviously you had Last Wish, which you could kind of put up there as like a top tier raid for like a lot of people, and then just with everything else. So I saw that, and I was just kind of like, I'm kind of glad that he's like talking about that like now, even though I think a lot of the community is gonna like really just like forget about this comment and not even maybe even know about it. But I mean, yeah, when you lose 350 workers, probably.
Yeah, it was like a third of the overall total.
So, but yeah, I just kind of want to make a comment on that, and like at least there was kind of like a clarification that it will be. I don't know how much significantly bigger than Shadowkeep, but I also think this is where as much as like we can kind of like a lot of people can kind of go back and forth with this, with the DCV being a thing, I think this really helps them out with their seasonal content because they do have a lot of content that they pulled and they can kind of just like make tweaks to and adjust it to like whatever the season theme is and bring it so that they don't have to necessarily worry about like making a whole different planet. Like we're say they bring back Io or whatever, like it's still like could be potentially new content even though it's not necessarily fully new.
Yeah, I just hope that they actually add something new to it instead of just be like, hey, you got your destination back, because like that would be really shitty.
Yes, and then I am really afraid about that. But I do think, I mean, they did talk about like Luke really mentioned that they've been hiring pretty well. I've been seeing like a lot of people like getting hired in saying that I'm starting Bungie through Twitter. Like people either like retweeting their tweets or liking them. He mentioned like that the studio is starting to really get some really good talent in there. He also mentioned he's really happy with like the leadership and like the Destiny community. So like that was kind of cool, like to see him like actually like make a comment towards like content creators. Another thing from the doc that they kind of showed off that like I'm really excited about this, and like this isn't like nothing like crazy in terms of like content, but I am really interested in seeing how the weather system works.
On
Europa, and I'm hoping like this is something that we kind of see be put in like all the planets in the future.
Yeah, we were talking about that while you were doing a co-stream of it.
Yeah,
how we kind of hope that like maybe certain enemies will spawn during certain weather patterns, or like a secret way opens up or something.
Yeah, I could definitely see a secret way like opening up because they are definitely like they keep like beating the drum on like there's a lot of secrets, so I could definitely see like
I can see they do something with thermal scopes because they keep talking about it.
Yeah,
like there's only a thing you can see using a thermal scope, and yeah, something like that. That'd be really cool.
I could see something being neat. I don't think necessarily Gallahorn big, but neat.
Yeah, for other planets though, like Earth would be cool because you could do rain and snow and stuff like that, like just all the different type of weather. And then like if they bring back Venus, there could be like acid rain and stuff like that.
Mars, you could have like sandstorms.
Yeah.
So if they do, you could have on the moon.
Yeah, the moon doesn't really have anything, does it? I guess I don't know. It's hit by a rock or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm trying to think what else they showed off. Because like they showed off like a lot of things that we kind of like have seen, but they kind of like
they went into the sound design of it, and how like
the sound design was really cool.
It was actually pretty cool seeing people in their homes trying to figure out what cosmic snow sounds like.
Yeah,
and one of them was the sound of a breast pump, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It sounded like that would be something that could be used in this upcoming expansion. So
it really did. It really did.
They showed off stasis a little bit more, and they kind of talked about, like on the type of like options that we could have for it. And it seems really cool. Definitely a much better version of what we have right now in terms of our subclasses. So hopefully with stasis, they can kind of get like things kind of worked out, and they can kind of go, okay, we're going to put this into all of our subclasses in the near future. Maybe like next expansion, we see, all of the solar, arc and void subclasses kind of get a stasis overhaul on how it's done with like the fragments, and then is it artifact? What's the other one? Because there's fragments that are like kind of like mini things, and then there's like it's like on the top right, and it's like kind of like the major changing thing to like stasis. I have to go.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember the name.
Yeah. So it definitely seems cool. It reminds me a little bit more like Destiny 1 with their RPG elements. And I think that's the one area Destiny 1 did a lot better than D2 was how it felt more like an RPG. So hopefully they see a lot of positive feedback and kind of add this to everything. So, and RIP Crucible. Imagine going on the Crucible day one with everybody just running stasis.
Hunters with their dodging and freezing people.
Yep. So, and then like the Warlock has the you drop down a rift now and it will freeze enemies.
Yeah,
so
that's
I was
cool.
like, oh, that's really cool. But yeah, I mean, it was good. I know I was pleased with it. A lot of people were really hyped about it. I was like, it's good. Like, I got what I needed. Like, there was anything other than Aldrin. I was happy to see Aldrin return. And then obviously more Osiris content.
I don't know how I feel about them calling him Crow though, because he's Aldrin, man. Like that's him.
Yeah.
Like I know I guess it's like his past life or whatever, but like it's still I don't know. Yeah, the Aldrin name just means a lot, and I think dropping it is kind of a bad move. But we'll see if they completely drop it or if it's still gonna stick. Yeah,
I mean, because they could go like Aldrin Crow Sav or something like that. I don't know.
That's his nickname.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we get like some backstory on how he was named Crow. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. What else do we have?
Talk about Transmog since Transmog got a huge announcement yesterday during Luke Smith's live stream, and you do not have to keep your armor. It's going to be pulled off of collections.
Woo!
So just go ahead and nuke that vault like I did, because I've been saving all my armor, and I just said, all right, time to delete everything, and it freed up like a lot. I don't know how much, but it freed up a lot of space.
I was going to ask you, do you know how many slots you have opened now? I can tell you mine. Mine's I cleared out probably more than half of my inventory space.
Oh yeah,
I'm sitting at like 300 something.
Yeah, it's nice.
I'm not even done yet. Like I didn't even go through boots. That was just like chest pieces and helmets and stuff.
Yeah, I think I still have boots too.
Yeah,
boots, and I have like class items, but I don't really have that many class items. So, but
yeah, it's really nice to know about that and not have to worry.
Yeah, it was clutch that. I mean, it was something that they should have announced probably earlier, anyways. But it was finally nice to kind of get like clarification on, hey, like, clear your vaults out. Like, we're literally like 2 weeks away from like the next expansion, and if like we didn't know about this, like, I mean, I would have been like, well, I would have had to make the choice on what's going and what's staying type thing, and now I can just okay, everything gone.
Yeah, I like that I can just throw all my stuff in my vault now. Like everything, like I have a bunch of stuff in on my characters that I don't necessarily want to get rid of or masterwork or keep or anything, but I also don't want to get rid of them or trash them. And so
you never know.
Well, it's because like I don't know what my build is going to look like right now.
Yeah.
So it's nice that I can just throw all that stuff in there, and then like when I'm out in the wild, nothing is going into the Postmaster. It's all going into my inventory slots.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Just next thing is just get rid of Umbral engrams, and then your engrams are just never going to be full.
Yeah. So that's a really good announcement.
Yeah, it was huge. I was super happy to see that. So is, I would say, like 99.9% of the community.
Everybody?
There's probably one person out there that's like really upset about it.
What? I've been holding on to this stuff for years. I can't believe they're going to make us get rid of it. It doesn't matter. I don't know.
Yeah.
Was there anything else from that interview that was noteworthy?
Not that I know of. I actually didn't.
There was a
get to
couple
watch
things.
The interview.
Yeah, I didn't watch the interview,
honest.
but I heard a couple tidbits. Like, for example, in the future, there's going to be more darkness subclasses, stuff like that. I don't expect to see it in, maybe not even this year. Maybe like the next expansion.
Yeah, I would see like any type of like major like subclass change or addition. I wouldn't say I expect it, but it's gonna happen when an expansion drops. I would be shocked to see it be dropped in a season.
Yeah.
Like if anything, like you'll have like nerfs and buffs. I'll see that, but like we won't ever see like an overhaul of like a subclass.
Yep. Alright, let's head into the TWAB then.
The TWAB.
Alright, so they start off with the Vidoc, we've already talked about that. And then they show off the roadmap, which, we have a roadmap this time.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, November 10th, it's when Seasonal Artifact Reward Track unlocks, Empire Hunt begin. Last Way Strike, so there's only one Europa Strike, which I'm kind of bummed about.
Yeah.
I wish there was at least
something. At least there's something that they don't show on here, too. That could be potentially, but I could see something after like the raid being complete, unlocking.
Yeah, and then we have Uncover Europa's Secrets from November 10th to January 12th. Death Weapons added to Trials on the 13th of November. Season Mission begins, so that's I'm going to assume that's when the actual season kicks off, is going to be seasons November 17th. Yep. Everything else is probably going to be Beyond Light related, yeah. So then we have Wrathborn Hunts begin. It looks like, do you think that's like a hive looking thing? Is that the corrupted thing? The Shiva Wrath? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's like a I don't even know what you call that. It's just some hive looking architecture in the Dreaming City.
Yeah.
And then on the 21st, the raid opens for the Deepstone Crypt, which people think they saw in the Vidoc where the 6 Guardians load in.
Yeah, it was definitely the starting point of that. Which I was really surprised.
Did they showed anything about it?
Yeah. Which they didn't really show anything. They just literally showed up spawning it.
Yeah. They showed off the raid exotic for Forsaken. Surprised they haven't showed that off yet. Maybe next week. Who knows? Maybe before the raid opens.
There isn't one.
There is no raid exotic. That would suck.
It would.
December 8th, first Iron Banner.
Yay!
Iron Banner's back. Then December 15th to January 5th is the Dawning event. I hope it's not just cookies this year. I hope it's something different. But I'm assuming it's just cookies.
Probably. And more.
Yeah, and then more. And I think that's Europa stuff, right? On that picture.
Looks like it.
It's like buildings that were on Europa. And over here on the left-hand side, we have Beyond Light. So Beyond Light campaign begins on the 10th. Stasis unlocks Titan Behemoth, Warlock's Shadebender, Hunter Revenant, Savathun's Grip Exotic, Grenade Launcher Quest. And then Freed for all players, the new destination, new Cosmodrome experience, Season Armor, Exotic Weapon, new Strike added to playlist, new Lost Sectors, 100 plus seasonal ranks, new artifact mods, triumphs, shaders, emblems, Iron Banner, Dawn. And then they show off the new exotic weapons and armor below, which we already know about. Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
There's a lot coming.
Thank God. I'm ready for it.
We've been ready for like a month now.
Yeah.
And then they had a new launch trailer, which there was nothing new in this, right? Or am I wrong?
I don't think so. Well, I think there might have been a few things. I watched it at work with no sound, but I didn't really like notice.
I think the one thing that people were talking about was, they were showing off the abilities that the other three have. That's where you were talking about the Vanguard for darkness.
Yeah.
So that's what people were talking about. The other thing that was shown here was that they destroyed a servitor, which, for those that don't know, servitors are basically like gods to them. Like they would.
Oh yeah.
Like they worship machinery and stuff, like Fallen. And servitors like basically feed them ether. Like they give it whatever, and it turns it into ether, and then that's what they live off of. So the fact that they're destroying a servitor means that like they're not beholden to machinery anymore, and they see themselves above gods to them, which is kind of crazy. Yeah. Pretty big threat. There were some like people like coming up with crazy theories that like Clovis Bray is gonna be the raid boss at the end. Like he put himself in a exo or whatever, or a machine. I don't know how accurate these theories are. I don't think they are. But
yeah, I feel like that's kind of odd on why that would be a thing, but who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, really cool, really good stuff. So let's talk about the progression changes, leveling up.
A lot of changes, actually.
Yeah. The first of many. So after playing through the story missions and completing some additional quests and activities, usually around what we call the soft cap, and we'll need to start earning powerful rewards to continue to increase power. So you can tackle some more aspirational activities in the endgame. After you reach hard cap, then there is an additional 10 power. You can earn through earning pinnacle rewards if you choose to hit the pinnacle cap. So here are the new caps. Soft cap is 1200. Hard cap is 1250, and then pinnacle cap is 1260. Yeah, and then when you first log into the next season, all of your weapons and armor will be at 1050 power or higher. If you have anything over 1050, it will be unchanged. Anything under will be brought up. I don't know how I feel about this because
yeah, that's how I was just thinking too.
Do you think they're going to be doing this like every year, like bringing up the stuff from before to 1050, and then that's the new start? Like I don't know. It feels like they should start squishing numbers soon.
I think one of these. I don't know if it's going to be the next expansion, but I do think one of the expansions we receive, they're going to actually lower our power, and then it's going to basically like reset.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I don't know.
Because the numbers are getting pretty high. Like
it's just like crazy. Yeah, it's just silly because it's like you're starting off and you're already like 1050 power. It's like what that might as well just be 1 or 0. You know, like
yeah,
it's kind of ridiculous. That's all. It's all it is.
But like it's one of those things where like if you're like a veteran player and you play this game a lot, then like you're at say you're at 1360 and the next expansion comes out and you're like a 750, and then you're just kind of thinking like,
yeah, it's stupid as well.
Yeah, so I don't think there's really like a right answer, I guess, for Bungie. I don't necessarily like that they're like boosting everybody up to 1050. But I mean that's whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, if there's really a right answer on this. I mean, the only way to, like, really reset power, I guess, would be, like, launch Destiny 3, or there needs to be, like, some type of, like, one of the expansions has to be, like, basically, like, Red War style of them just coming in and, like, completely wiping us and, like, losing everything.
One thing I can think that you can try to do is make it like kind of like a prestige thing where you're not starting off at 0, you're starting off at like, +1, like +1 and then your number,
Yeah.
But even then that's not great. It just it's
I mean,
just
we kind of
seeing
already have the +1 though, technically.
Yeah, I mean with the
the
artifact. Yeah, but I mean like a prestige kind of thing. Yeah, this is just getting to the point where it's like Super Saiyans. You know, it's like you're Super Saiyan 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it's like Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan. You know, like
yeah, I feel you.
Silly.
No, I think it is. Something does need to happen, but like I would be cool if they would just like drop us back down to 750, but I know like a lot of the community would be really upset because like
I think that's even
it'd be
silly.
awesome. Well, yeah. All right, so say drop us down to like 50 or whatever, and like make the new pinnacle cap like 750. Like I would be really happy with that because like that's so much grinding, but a majority of the community would be really upset with that move.
There's
So
already there's already people upset about this move, about increasing the power cap at all. And it's like, really, come on, guys! Like, this is a video game where you're grinding. Like, it's a loot game. You're trying to get a bigger number. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer for this. Honestly, I think whatever they do will make people happier, man. Like I feel like this is probably the safest move is just to kind of keep
it going.
That number, keep making that number bigger.
So yeah, they say they heard a lot of the feedback, more opportunities to earn powerful rewards from the activities you enjoy. So you have a change coming that will allow you to have a chance to earn powerful rewards from Strikes, Gambit, Crucible, and from seasonal drops all the way up until the hard cap. It'll still be much quicker to continue to complete all powerful reward sources each week. But if you just want to play Strikes or Crucible matches all day, every day, you can continue to earn powerful rewards. We hope this helps you to continue increasing your power during the period when you're still close to the soft cap, and may find completing some of the powerful sources like the Ordeal very difficult. So now talking about tokens and collections.
This is big.
Destiny is at its best when you're shooting aliens, getting loot, becoming more powerful. That gameplay loop breaks down. And the best way to increase your power is by standing in the tower, handing in tokens to Lord Shaxx. Starting next season, gear received from collections and turning in tokens will have a lower power. Then in previous seasons, gear earned through token purchases will be 20 power below your power level, and collection buybacks will be capped at 1050 power.
I have a ton of tokens I was saving up, and I'm actually happy with this change, to be honest. Like, it is something, like, like, make me play the game. Like, I could have, I could have literally boosted my power, like, a ton on the online drive. Because I have, like, 12,000 Crucible tokens. Like, I don't know how many gunsmith materials I have. So, like, this was a smart move on their part, I think.
Yeah, it's, last year, we just handed in tokens to get to the soft cap, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then just use the tokens to, like, even out our levels when we got something higher. Having it be 20 power below your power level, I don't know how that's going to work out. Because if you're playing this game, most likely you're probably going to have something, like, you're going to have pretty much even playing field, like, throughout the whole thing. You're not going to have one weapon that's like, or like one piece of gear that's 20 above, and then everything else.
I just think they did it to be safe.
Yeah. Collection buybacks, I can see that being capped. That's fine. When you're usually buying back something from collections, you're just doing it for getting that exotic back, so you can use it. I don't know how. I kind of wish they did something different with tokens, and just has.
Yeah, I do too. Like
have like certain weapons or armor or something unlock when you hand in tokens.
Because like it's getting to the point now, like
there's just so many of them.
Unless there's like if there's like some guns and stuff in there that are like really good, maybe like I could do it to like maybe try to get good stats on armor. But
there's
I
better
feel
ways to
like,
do that.
yeah. So I'm just sitting with all these tokens that I don't know what to do with. So like, I don't know. Give me a reason to like spend the tokens elsewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
For
They
stuff.
did say that there's going to be a vendor refresh, so maybe that'll be like helpful for that.
Maybe. I mean, probably not worth 12,000 tokens, but
No, but what is?
uh, I don't know, something.
Give me an exotic sparrow that only drops after I hand in 12,000 tokens.
Damn right. I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, that was something else that I would like to see him kind of bring back, because that was another thing D1 did really well with the vendor systems all had like a rank system. So like every time like you'd complete bounties or whatever, like you would rank up. So that would be kind of cool, something if they brought that back. And if you hit a certain level, like you got like maybe like an exotic class item or an exotic, like you got like a ship or a sparrow from all of like the vendors like Gunsmith, Cryptarch, Vanguard, and Crucible, and even Iron Banner. Iron Banner would be something else since we don't have factions. Like that would be nothing like game changing in terms of breaking the game, but like for your hardcore players who have a ton of like materials, it would give them a reason to go and just like blow them.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm just gonna sit there and just continue to like grind out. I'm gonna have, I mean, probably not a lot of people have this issue, but by the next expansion, I'm gonna probably have like 25,000 Crucible tokens. There's probably that people have like 50,000 Vanguard tokens.
Yeah, there's just nothing to really spend it on.
Yeah, Gunsmith materials.
So let's get into, so with all this economy talk, let's get into the economy changes. So currency and items have changes coming at the end of the season or in the near future. Here's what to expect when you log in. Materials with no home. With several destinations going into the vault, many of you have been wondering what is going to happen to currencies found in the areas currently underneath the pyramids. Simple answer is there is no changes to these currencies in Season of the Hunt, and you'll be able to continue to spend them at vendors normally. Starting at Season 12 or 13, phase glass needles, alkaline dust, simulation seeds, seraphite will no longer be accepted by vendors. For those of you that still have unspent stockpiles at the end of Season of the Hunt, Spider will be kind enough to offer a small glimmer exchange to take them off your hands. But you realize the best value is spending them before that point, so make sure you turn in your stockpiles before the end of next season. So you still have a season left to spend them. There are other items that will be removed from your inventory at the end of Season of Arrivals. Some, like faction tokens, have not had a purpose for quite a while, and others, like expired ramen coupons, never really had a purpose but held some sentimental value. You know that it might be hard to part with those, but it's time to let them go. No.
What about the toothbrush?
They don't mention the toothbrush.
So my toothbrush.
Yeah, you need to keep that toothbrush.
Okay. At some point, we're gonna have to like use it.
It's the only way to get Galahorn. Come on.
Okay. Take it.
Bounties. Back in late April, we had some plans on how to tackle the problem with bounty fatigue. We have made some shifts. Content fatigue. Made some shifts to seasonal bounties and reduced their importance on earning a seasonal currency and seasonal progression. We're happy with these changes, but still want to continue to improve the bounty system overall. One of the plans we previewed was to continually replace. Was to eventually replace weekly bounties with a new mechanism to provide players with a set of non-expiring account scoped objectives each week that will grant lots of season rank progress. Still working on that system, and we'll share it before its targeted release of Season 13. So the changes to Season Pass. Season Pass, you come to know since Shadowkeep is largely staying the same. There'll be new weapons armor earn off both the free track and the own path. One big change we are making is to add bright dust to the season pass. As mentioned before, we wanted to change the way you earn bright dust and move more towards account-specific pass to give players with only one character significantly more bright dust than they've been earning over the last year. Here are the high-level look at changes coming next season. So Season Pass Free Path will now offer 7,500 bright dust. Season Pass Owner's Path will now offer 3,000 bright dust, and weekly bounties will now award 100 bright dust. Dun 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 dun. Wow.
I was really surprised about the weekly change.
Me too. People have been doing the math, crunching the numbers, working overnight, spending that time. And they've come to the realization that you're getting way less bright dust with this change.
It's like 10,000 bright dust.
Yeah.
Plus,
it's like 12,000 or something like that, yeah. As someone who pretty much just played this game for bright dust when there was no content, I don't know if I want to do that anymore. The only thing that's giving me solace is that it's only for this season, and then next season they have plans to improve how you earn bright dust. So that's the only solace that I have in this. Otherwise, it's kind of upsetting.
And we also don't really know about like timed events, like the dawning.
We don't.
What's that gonna offer?
I assume it's just going to be 100 though, because it's still weekly bounty.
Yeah, but those repeatables were insanely easy.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I was really, really surprised on when they did the weekly change. I was like, why not just keep it 200? That was just kind of like an unnecessary change because I feel like in terms of monetizing their in-game purchases, you're not really gonna gain a whole lot out of it by taking 100. So just kind of keep it the same and kind of keep your community happy from it, because I feel like the profit margin isn't gonna be big enough compared to keeping your audience happy. So I was just kind of like, that was an odd change, in my opinion.
Yep. So for those that don't run more than one character, this is a big change for you though. You're getting a lot more out of it. But those
Which
that
is
run,
nice. I like the fact that they are kind of going towards because a majority of probably the player base probably only plays on one character.
Yeah.
But don't hurt the people that play on all three characters, so.
Yeah. So moving on from that, we have some changes coming to Spider. Spider will no longer be selling legendary shards.
Oh, wow.
Big change. I don't know what I'll do if I can't buy 5 legendary shards and add them to my 12,000 legendary shards.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm sure there's people out there, though, that need legendary shards, so they're probably upset.
I don't know. If you are someone that needs legendary shards, please email me and tell me what are you doing.
Sir, I've only been playing this game for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and I can't get any legendary shards. So in place of legendary shard exchange, Spider will now be selling enhancement prisms. Highly valued items come at a cost of 400 legendary shards per prism. And you can only purchase 3 a week.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine with me too.
I thought, a great change. I will definitely just... Actually, I think I'm full of my prisms, to be honest, but
I'm not.
That is something that's a good change, because for the people that have a gazillion legendary shards, you might be on prisms, okay, let me just go and fill up on prisms.
So. Yeah, you can only get 3 a week, but it's still fine.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, better than nothing. Second, we've taken another look at Enhancement Core Exchange Works and made some changes. The ascending cost mechanism has been removed, and in its place, Spider will now sell you 5 Enhancement Cores a day at a fixed price of 30 Legendary Shards each. I'm pretty happy about this because I usually just get 2.
Okay.
And now this is like, I think it's a fair amount of shards for cores.
So, what I'm taking out of all of this whole concept of the spider economy change is all he needs now is just legendary shards, and then he can then buy his army.
Yeah, he's just hurting for shards because no one's.
He just needs the shards.
No one's been giving him enough shards. Yeah.
To be able to, he has everything else. He has a ton of glimmer.
He has all the planetary materials.
All the planetary materials that are completely pointless now. He just doesn't have shards, and hey, this is a good way to get those shards up. And next thing you know, in 4 years, the spider's coming in and just absolutely just wrecking us with some crazy ass army that he was able to buy with his 3 trillion shards that we gave him.
I want to know what he's buying with those shards because I want to buy that instead.
Kane, I don't think you'll ever get that many shards.
There'll be a day. More importantly, it's also cheaper. So in the old purchase, you'd pay 310 legendary shards for 5 enhancement cores. 10, 20, 40, 80, then 160. New model, you only pay 30 shards each, which equals to 150 shards. So, pretty good. Pretty happy about it.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job with the spider change. The spider nerf in terms of his payouts, but poor guy, I guess, just needs shards. Then we're getting cores and prisms, which we need.
So talk about some ghost mods. So some people were wondering if you can
You were one of those.
Equip Speed Demon with other mods like Guiding Light in the new system. Has some good news for you. You won't need to. Starting in Beyond Light, all sparrows with legendary and exotic will innately summon instantly, even without a transmit preloader perk. So every single sparrow, yeah, man, every single sparrow can just instantly be summoned. I don't know why they didn't do that to begin with.
Same, but there is also a mod for it, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
But since Ghost are actually, which I completely kind of forgot about the whole Ghost rework coming until I read this swab, I was just like, oh yeah, I forgot all about that. Oh yeah.
So if you have a sparrow with the transmit preloader perk, you keep using it. Or you could pull it from collections again and get 2 new perks. Newly created sparrows will no longer roll on transmit preloader. So you have a chance to get yourself an extra perk and still retain that instant summon speed. That's good.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it is.
So changes to Eververse. Season 12 Bright Engrams will contain all content from 1 through 9. Season 13 Bright Engrams will contain all content 1 through 10. And they're just going to continue this kind of cycle.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. I think they talked about it before, but they just brought it up again.
I mean, kind of have to. You always have to remind people like 1,000 times.
And also, your chances for earning things you don't own increases. But there still will be instances of duplicate drops. Now it's time to check in with player support. But the latest known issues, so world activities. Players should complete any activities and quests they have left if they want to claim rewards from them. So flashpoints, destination adventures, world quests from your 1 locations. So example, enemy by enemy, Exodus Black, data recovery, etc. Item inventory removal. Start year 4, introduction to DCV. On the November 10th, certain items will be depreciated from player inventories. They'll correspond with vaulted destinations, activities, and campaigns. Click to see more. which I'm kind of happy about because there's stuff that I don't know if I should keep or get rid of. So I'm glad they're just going to do that for me.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I guess I'm not necessarily, like, this next thing coming up that we're about to talk about, like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
The 14-hour downtime?
Yes. What am I going to do? No Destiny.
For 14 hours.
14 hours, man.
It's your longest break yet. On November 9th, Destiny 2 will be taken offline for maintenance. Maintenance will begin 7 p.m. Pacific, ending on November 10th at 9 a.m. Pacific.
I would not be going on Twitter after this maintenance thing is up because I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of data mining going on. Because I'm assuming a lot of this stuff is to kind of basically put Beyond Light into the game.
Yeah. And also you're just going to get a bunch of spoilers. So.
Yeah, I will be probably staying off Twitter until I am finished with Beyond Light on Tuesday.
PlayStation 4 Collector's Edition codes. So earlier this week, we informed PlayStation 4 players who purchased the D2 Beyond Light Collector's Edition that they may have received an email about possible account lockout if they use their Collector Edition code. The issue is resulting in account lockouts for early code redemption has now been resolved. Players can now safely redeem their codes. Titles and seals with moments of triumph and season of arrivals come to a close. Players are strongly encouraged to claim and equip titles located in their seals so they will correctly count as claimed. Other issues: Warlock's Top Tree Dawnblade subclass can trigger Icarus Dash cooldown while playing on PC.
RIP.
Players can't dismount from their Sparrow using the dismount button on controller if their ghost is out. Some players report that they're receiving the Bamboon error more frequently. And that's it for the TWAB. That's a big TWAB.
It was a very big TWAB. And then we have just one more TWAB before Beyond Light.
It is the night before TWAB and all through the night. I don't know. Trying to see if there's anything in the footer here. I don't think there is. Yep. There's nothing here.
No, not really see anything. You think we're gonna get a live event?
I don't know. I don't know if we will.
I feel like this would have been the TWAB they talked about it.
I think I don't know if we will. I don't think we're gonna get it this season. I think we're gonna get it next season. Because they said that right. You can still use your destination materials for next season, but they need to explain why those other destinations are going away. I don't know. It's weird.
I guess we'll find out maybe next Thursday. But I felt like this would have been the TWAB. They talked about it, but I guess not.
It would be partway through. Well, I guess they could explain it in a cutscene, right? Like they just have a cutscene where they get blown up or something. Yeah. But yeah,
I don't think they're gonna get blown up.
Well, whatever, vaulted, or there's a reason why they don't go there.
There's just a big giant vault is gonna just suck in all the planets.
Yeah, the Leviathan. Finally gonna go and eat all the planets and then blow up, or just drive away.
Drive away. Why can't the Leviathan just blow up in general?
There you go. Yeah, so that's it. That's the end of the show. Sully, you want to say anything else?
No, I think that was pretty much it.
Alright, so Sully, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and on Twitch at Sully__games. I am also currently running a giveaway for 4 free copies of Beyond Light to any platform. All you have to do is either shoot me a follow on Twitch or a follow on Twitter, or you can, I think all you have to do is just show up to the Charge Shot YouTube, I believe. But if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome too, as this is where this podcast is at, and also where Kane, Ben, and Justin have a wonderful video game podcast every Friday night.
Yeah, and we just published the Godzilla Save the Earth review from Tyler Burns.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's actually a really good video. I liked it quite a bit. So you can go check that out. You can also visit me, your host Thomas, on Twitter as Kane Play Stuff. Also on Twitch as Kane Play Stuff. I'm hoping to finish Evil Within 2 today, and then start up Sekiro soon. I'm hoping to do some co-streaming with Ben. Like, I'll be playing a game and he can, like, hang out, and we'll do, like, a 2-person Let's Play. So I'm hoping to do that. PlayStation 5 is coming out soon. We'll be having a lot of PlayStation 5 coverage over on trashfit.com. So you can check that out. I might be getting my headset today. The Pulse 3D.
Yeah, I've been seeing people getting, like, the controllers and the headsets arriving, so yeah.
So I might do an unboxing of that as well. Just a lot of content coming up.
Does that work on anything else?
Yeah, it's supposed to work on, like, anything with a... Like, I think it also has a wired connection, so...
Okay. Yeah, you should definitely, like, give that a test out and try it out.
It won't have the 3D audio because you need to have a program to run that. But it has, stereo, which is fine. And with that, Guardians, eyes down.
Wonderful.